Oh yeah, I love these ones.
Michael Jackson mics.
Michael Jackson mics.
He recorded Thriller on these mics.
Did he really?
I called them Joe Rogan mics, but I didn't know that they were Jackson mics.
They're called Shure, right?
Yeah, MSMSBs.
SM7B.
SM7Bs. That's what I said.
You know, Rogan really did start these because he got the big crane and everyone's like,
yeah,
I want
but
that.
did you know they were around since the 70s, 80s, and Michael recorded?
Did he really?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, I knew it wasn't his mic, but I thought like he put him on the map, and it's like, no.
Do you know that he only records he has to record within 2 miles of a playground? Do you know that?
Who, Michael Jackson? Or Joe Rogan?
Yeah, as long as there's monkey bars trying to do pull-ups. You know?
I know, he's just a bit lifting kids.
Kid. This one's fat, perfect. Let me just toss this one into the
Come here, fat boy. You can't say that anymore.
Can you say it? You can't say that?
We just did. I just like to say that.
It's funny how the word fat you can say medically, but you can't say it personally. You can say, "Hey, I got a lot of fat." Okay, cool. But if I say I'm fat, people are like, "Hey, relax on yourself."
Hey, easy. Don't body shame yourself.
But I have a lot of fat. Oh, okay. You should get rid of that. But because I'm fat, well, don't say that about yourself.
Have you heard of the store Big and Tall? They're gonna change.
I've never
the name
walked in. I've always dreamt about it.
to Plump and Lump.
Plump and lump.
Plumpy Lumpy. Yeah, we don't do intros here. No, I'll do a recap. Well, this is Eddie Della Siepe, everybody. I actually don't know. I've known you a long time. Did I say your name correctly?
You said my name correctly. Yeah.
Nice. It's a trip because you could know a motherfucker 8 years and not know if you did their name right, you know?
That's true. And this will be our longest conversation.
No, we've done some diners. We've done a couple
Oh, yeah,
diners.
that's right. We have done some diners. We had some hangouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the early days.
Yeah, when the world was open.
Yeah, we're like, nothing's going to stop us now.
God.
I remember New Year's 2019 thinking, like, it's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
We all thought that.
We did. It was popping on. I'm still doing pretty good, but it's so wounded. It's
You're
so
killing
weird.
it.
And
You're killing it.
It's different, though. It's different.
I know.
It's just like, also too, most of the country is open and nobody gives a fuck about Coco. I don't want to name it. They ding it and flag it.
Oh, yeah,
It's annoying.
Yeah.
We'll just call it the Coco. I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah, like we live in California, Southern California, so we go anywhere else in the world, they're like, you guys all wearing, masking it up with hazmat suits over there?
Yeah,
Some guys literally like smoking crack on holding a kid.
We are, but the zombies are not.
Yeah.
You do the road a lot too, right? Or
Yeah, I do a little bit. Yeah. Not
so
as
you
much as
notice
lately,
that
but-
they're wide open everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they act like we're like in Mars or something. Like, what's it like over there, man?
Yeah, and I'm just like, what's freedom like? You guys should just go into a store.
Yeah.
You don't gotta wear a mask. And they're like,
Everyone's just like kissing and licking each
Yeah,
other, and we're
and-
just like, wow, I can't even shake a guy's hand.
It's like, I want to kiss a stranger at a Walmart.
I think that's how you get a job there.
You're hired. You're the greeter.
Cool studio, man. I like your studio.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I freaked out when I saw two cats, though.
He's allergic. His throat swells up. Wrong house.
Yeah, throat swells up.
Wrong house to be in, Eddie. I'm sorry about that. I love cats. I hope I washed my hands.
I knew you were going to be a cat guy. As soon as I drove up, I'm like, this guy's a cat guy.
I wasn't, though. I mean, I am now, 100%. Mr. Cat knocked on my door, walked in on my life, and now I'm a cat lady.
Because you have cat energy. You got you're just chill, man. Cats are chill.
Cats chill?
Cats are chill.
I was always scared of them
Dogs
because
got
I
energy.
thought they would slice my eyes when I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
That's why I never liked cat, because they're unpredictable. Like a dog, I could predict. Oh, he's growling. He's going to bite me.
Right.
Cat is like, I love you. And you're like, what the fuck?
They're a natural predator. That's why.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Because at any moment you could be like, oh, that's a cute little cat. And then you look, it's got like a full-on squirrel in its mouth. You're like, oh, never
Oh,
mind.
I know. Mr. Cat brings me birds and butterflies. I'm like, stop doing this. This is ruining my day.
Butterflies. Wow.
Oh,
Maybe I
it's
catch one.
disheartening. I know. You're like, God damn it.
Bro, I've known you, I think, 8 years.
Yeah.
And
Because we met right when you moved here, right?
2014, yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been here your whole life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born and raised, baby.
We used to do shows together with old Sean Leary and all
Yeah.
those guys. And just
What happened to him?
He's around.
He's around. I haven't seen him in like 6 years.
Is that true?
I think so.
Wow, man. Well, you're on the edge of the city. You're in the beautiful air here. You're just chilling.
Very nice. Very
so
nice.
nice around here.
I
dude.
made it.
You guys just walking around with your coffees,
It's true.
hair in the
It's
breeze.
beautiful.
More him than you, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, he made it, huh?
I needed to dry it off. I just took a shower.
And then we walked up, and there's a dog coat, and like, what's this doing here? I'm like, this is a nice
Yeah,
neighborhood.
there was a Sherpa line dog coat just littered on the floor. That's how rich my neighborhood is. They
Yeah.
just throw Sherpa line.
In my neighborhood, that would be like a guy.
Yeah, that would be a dead man.
It'd be like a dead dude with a Sherpa coat for
Oh,
the
look at
dog
that
on
Sherpa
him.
oh, that's a human. Oh no.
He's like, oh, and he's recording a podcast.
Oh no. Oh, better wear a mask.
But thanks for having me, dude. Yeah, we know each other a long time. A lot of fun little small shows in LA, just seeing each other around and passing. Like the last time we did that backyard show, remember that?
Which one was that?
The Longtone OC, the Jack Fink one.
Oh yeah. That was fun.
And the guy yelled at me. Were you there?
Yeah, that was a weird one actually. That was where we almost died on the hill.
Yeah, you know what it felt? It felt like we were I had something important to say at a house party. You know, if you see like those 80s, 90s movies, like, I love you, Stephanie. Like, we're on top of a hill while everyone's at the bottom.
Steep hill. I talked about it briefly. Like, every comic would talk about how steep the hill is. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then you stand on it. You're like, oh, this is all I can talk about.
Like
because I'm going to die.
Yeah, you literally would fall into the pool and everyone would watch and just probably clap.
We're on you know, like those terrace gardens, you know, but this isn't this is like a hill one. There's no, you know, so we're just on a hill. And then the bottom is the pool.
And in front of the pool is the audience. Behind the pool is the audience.
Behind the pool.
Audience, pool, hill.
It's literally
us.
like it seemed like a ninja warrior comedy show.
It looked like a
like if you can make people laugh in these circumstances,
it looked like
you're a comic. You know.
It looked like a cry for help more than like, oh, he wants our attention. He's
why
going
do
on the
we
hill.
do these things? We didn't know. We get there, and it was good comics too. Like everyone's a dope comic.
Yeah.
There was way too many of us. Oh, Jack, you know how he rolls.
He runs a good show.
He does though. He really does.
That kid's a hustler, man.
He is.
But I saw you there, and you were like, nice jacket.
He's the king of the shirt jackets.
And I'm like, you too.
I'm a king of her. I'm a queen.
And then
of
he
the
opens
shirt
it up.
jacket.
I'm like, Sherpa lined.
I was just in Canada. I went to Mark's. He's Canadian. Do you know about Mark's? Oh my God, I love
Bronson?
Mark's.
Rick?
No, Mark. Oh, I was doing Rick Bronson's, yes. But Mark's department store with all the flannels.
Mark's Work Warehouse.
Oh my God.
If you don't know what Mark's Work Warehouse, I'm originally from Toronto, Canada.
I got 2 flannels from there. I wish I was wearing one, but I wore my sister's shirt. She gave me this.
You know what I love about that shit is that that's been appropriated by guys like us, you know, where it's like that's for like a man who's like gonna go feed a family
I'm a man.
and like chop a tree.
I'm a man.
And then we buy it and we're like, we're gonna go tell dick jokes on a hill.
I'm gonna write a joke.
You know, this the pocket's great for my little notes.
Do you have any gloves for my index fingers? All this writing has got my calluses real hard, mister.
But they love. Did you get a flannel?
I got 2 flannel Sherpa line with the elbow pad.
Perfect.
$31.99 Canadian, bro.
That's
what
not.
a
They
deal.
they pay you.
They did. They did.
It's $10.
Such a deal. They were like 70, but they're on sale. $69.99 Canadian.
Was it like real like blue collar guys in there? That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a blue collar store.
Oh yeah, they were buying like those orange, like pickup litter on the freeway vest, but they were like to not get hit by a car because they're pouring asphalt, you know.
Yeah.
I just bought it for when I maybe jog twice a year.
Don't
Who
hit
the
that guy.
fuck wants to jog, you know?
But yeah, that's hella cheap. It's good.
It's so dope. And then I went to Canadian's Tire, and I wish I filmed my set because I just riffed about Canadian Tire and my love for it for like 5 minutes, and I was like, that was so funny.
Canadian Tire is like if anyone listening, it's kind of like, what would you compare it to?
I couldn't. It's bro. It's Home Depot means Bed Bath and Beyond meets Costco meets AutoZone.
It's a legit like AutoZone play. Like you get like real.
You can change your
car
tires.
shit. Yeah.
You buy I almost said Never mind.
Snowmobile?
Can't say anything. I was gonna be like, you can change your transmission. I was gonna say the short word, but then I got scared. I literally was like, "What do you?"
Well, you can say it's in reference.
Transmission. I know.
You can say it. It's in reference to a car's yeah. It's not working.
Come work on my.
Are you a garage? No.
No.
Oh, that's not good. But it's a lot of things.
You could get your own engine block fucking service.
It's wild. Yeah, I forget about that. I grew up with that shit.
Yeah, there's no store here that.
But there's no food in there. There's no food in there.
Maybe we'll bleep that word. I get in my hand. God damn it.
But there's no food in there though. It needs like a Subway or something. That would make it complete.
There was no food, but they had lots of snacks though. They had candies, cookies, candies, crackers. I like snacks.
Yeah. Did you have fun up there?
I did. It was freezing and lonely because normally, like you do the road, you go explore. Yeah. That shit was, even though everyone said it was warm, I was like, what? This is 38 degrees. That's not warm. They're like, well, normally it's like -2. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. No,
what city were you in?
Where was I, bro? Edmonton.
Oh, wow.
And I just stayed in all day because I would literally have to wear the Marks flannel, Carhartt jacket, beanie, and then I still would be cold.
Do you know that Edmonton is the world's largest, coldest city? Because the way it looks on the map, when you look at the lines of longitude, it's about 1.2 million people, and it gets to -40, -43 in the winter. But if you take that line and go all around the world, no city gets that cold that big.
Oh, yeah.
And when you hit -43, it doesn't, Celsius and Fahrenheit doesn't matter. It's it's
over.
Why are we counting anymore?
It's over.
Why do we live here?
I stayed in. I bought soup and I stayed in. I walked to get a coffee and I'm just like this. I was like, okay. And then I went to the grocery store and I bought coffee and I stayed in and I made hot coffee because there's no walking to the coffee shop over there.
When were you there?
Just like 2 weeks ago.
Bruh, we're not even talking winter yet.
I can't handle it. It was fall, and I was like, fuck this.
You know what they do over there? They plug their cars in, and they do this in Minnesota, too. I know I pointed at you, because I guess you're like...
That's where I'm from, yeah.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
I took a wild guess on that. I just pointed at you. I thought, this guy looks like a Timberwolves fan. Are you from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Where in Minnesota?
Shakopee.
Ah! Never heard of it. But
I'm from Wackapee.
Wow, I'll shock your pee. But you plug in your cars there.
Yeah.
Right?
You can. Everybody has remote starters now, but
you
can plug your
engines.
To keep it warm,
just to make sure the battery doesn't go like fully frozen. That's how cold it gets. So I got to plug in my car to make sure it's got a little life.
You guys just move.
I don't
just move your whole city. I'm tired of this.
I get why people in America kind of stay with it, but in Canada, bro, like if you're like north, like you're like north, like why?
It's north. It's north. It's north. It's not 90% of the year is cold, right? There is no warm. Is there any warm season at all?
Cold's like a relative term. I guess you could say for us, it feels like it'd be winter all year long.
Yeah,
except for 2 months. But they say like 80% of the Canadian population lives within like 20 miles of the border because they're all just like going where it's the warmest.
Yeah.
But bro, like if you're up there, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Long story short, I watched Squid Game, Skid Marks. I watched Skid Marks. It was fantastic. I loved it.
You liked it?
Yeah. So I started it and finished it there because I didn't leave the.
It's funny when like when someone doesn't like Squid Game. You can just see the horror in their eyes because me and my girlfriend, we showed her dad Squid Game, and we were like, oh, you're gonna love it. And then just like a 65-year-old man from the Midwest is like, oh my god, there's a lot of murder,
Yeah, it's just
I was like, oh, I guess it is a lot of killing.
It is a lot of murder.
It's like you just shot a man in the head. I'm like, yeah, but it's gonna keep happening.
It's just good horror. It's just good thriller horror.
You know what it is? In America, we like high stakes.
Yeah,
high stakes.
That's what it is.
It's like
the highest of the stakes.
We like, who's gonna be the champion? Who's gonna win $1 million? Who's gonna get shot in the head for not fucking having the right amount of marbles? We like that shit.
I was mad at the ending. I'm not gonna ruin it because the main thing I was mad at was his. If you haven't seen it yet, it's been out for 2 days now. That's your fault.
What?
But I'm just kidding. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Is his hair cut? at the end. When he did that, I was like, you piece of shit.
What a piece of garbage.
It genuinely made me mad. Not even a bit. I was like, that's what you chose?
You know what it is?
That's what you chose.
I get it, because we've been broke for so long as comedians. When I see people using money and making terrible choices, like, you're an idiot.
As that meant that I think that's what it is.
It's like, what are you doing? Go fucking buy a vet and get a hooker, you idiot.
Yeah. Get a Charlie Sheen hooker, $10,000 one.
Yeah. But I thought when I saw what he did to his appearance, I'm not gonna give it away, I was also angry.
Right?
I was like, who picks that?
Everything about that show was fantastic, minus one haircut at the end. And I literally went like, what?
No.
You fucking asshole.
Why that color?
I don't know. Anyways, enjoy Squid Games. You'll never know.
Fun times.
Sorry, I farted. It smells terrible.
Did you really?
Yeah. I drank that coffee, man. I need to get a candle or a match.
Would you have a cold brew?
Yeah.
I can't have cold brew anymore.
It's so... Coffee Cartel has the best cold brew I've ever had in my entire life.
How long have you been drinking cold brew for?
Since I got sober or discovered it. I don't think I knew about it until Trader Joe's cold brew concentrate came out.
So if you stop taking cold brew like I did, I used to be a cold brew fanatic every day, maybe sometimes 2 every day for like years. And then the pandemic hit and my spot in West Hollywood where I was living at the time closed. So I was like, where am I getting cold brew from? I don't want to like get it in a can. I like it when it's like, from a fresh. So I was like, all right, so I'll just make coffee at home for 3 months. And then the coffee shop opened up again. I got takeout. I got a cold brew. And bro, that thing ruined my day. I was like,
anxiety, I twitch.
It's insane. That's not right.
I have noticed that because I did switch and I've been, the road. Sometimes I'll drink the cheap free shit at the Hampton Inn,
Yeah.
And then I have little instant packets from Trader Joe's. They're pretty good. Just emergency. I got my little road kit. Survive.
Are there condoms in there? Oh no, you got a girl. Yeah.
No.
We should put them in there just to remind yourself that I could. If I want.
And then, yeah, it's just I for whatever reason I haven't been doing cold brew that much, and I revisited it, and I can agree with you more. Like my eyes started twitching, I started questioning my life. I had anxiety, and my heart was in my throat. And then here we are, still drinking it. It really, it's very near meth if you quit and go back. These motherfuckers don't realize, like, all those energy drinks, that's meth in a can, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from a guy who's done meth, Monster, you slam a Monster, that's meth high.
Well, the first sign...
I swear to God.
The first sign Monster's not good for you is like, anything that uses, like, cloth font.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good sign for anything.
You
don't see that on vitamins.
Yeah. Any font that looks like the devil wrote it himself, I'm going to just say, don't use that product.
Any knife influenced font.
Yeah. It reminds me of a horror movie, someone scratching to escape a death.
It reminds me of graffiti. When guys used to do that in the fucking in the bathroom stall with like a knife and just
who are those assholes? I love knives and I love graffiti, but you carving on a toilet seat and now I'm scratching my ass.
That guy always I understood the stall guy, but the toilet seat guy, I'm like,
fuck you.
Do blow on it.
I hope you get cocoa.
Yeah. I hope you get the new cocoa.
Yeah, puffs.
Yeah,
chocolate
cereal.
cereal.
I hope you get like long form cocoa.
Yeah. Hope you lose your teeth from cocoa.
Yeah,
I said teeth. I can't talk.
Hope you lose your teeth
as I lose my speech.
Yeah, I hope you lose your sense of smell from the cocoa.
What were we just talking about? Oh, cold brew ruined your life.
Yeah,
I have reduced my caffeine intake, and then it fluctuates though. I got it down to just 1 cup in the morning, and then I switch at night. I got addicted to liquid IV energy though, because it comes from matcha, so it's way more even. There's no smooth, and you can go to sleep on it.
You don't spike.
So I'll slam one of those on my way to Hollywood, and it kicks in while I'm there. I'm amped up for the shows, and then I drive home and I fall asleep no problem.
I used to see you walking around with a Red Bull all the time.
No, that's not me.
Is that you?
That's Bobby Lee, fool. I
always get
rarely.
you guys mixed up.
No, I rarely do Red Bull. It's usually if I'm falling asleep on a car drive home because I don't want to die. Because I love them. I'm addicted to them. I can be addicted to them, and they're just, dude. You guys, it's fucking taurine. It's a bull's dick. You're
bull's
drinking
dick.
a bull's dick juice.
Big Jules.
No,
juicy
it's real.
bull's dick.
Taurine comes.
You ever see the comic that has a Red Bull on stage? That one's kind of like, that's like telling the audience, that, listen, all right, I'm just trying to get through this.
Yeah. I also, who drinks a Red Bull at night? It's too much. Like I have, of course, but then I can't sleep. It reminds me of narcotics. I'm just like 4 a.m. just like this. I should tell my mom I love her more. What's wrong with you? Why do you watch that weird porn?
Yeah.
Glory Hole Confessions isn't good.
Confessions. Some guy just puts his mouth through the hole. And like, I hate my dad. Some guy's like, I just want to put my cock in your mouth.
Shut up! I'm trying to heal.
A glory hole confession is so ridiculous. Like, hey,
why am I watching this?
I have trouble with my marriage. Like, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Why do you think I'm here? I'll fucking swallow his dick.
Yeah.
Shut your man mouth. I want to not know.
Say that again, but without words, but with your
I
mouth
want to
open.
wonder. Could it be? Who are you?
That'd be kind of funny if some guy's like, "Yeah, I really got things to say, and I'm gonna just put my mouth through this hole and just speak."
My wife has been beat. What is this?
You know what's funny?
I
Like,
should stay at church. At least his dick was smaller. You know, the priests rape everybody.
a glory hole. I've never actually seen one.
Molest.
Molest.
You can't say that. The church will come after me.
You
Hey,
know-
we molest.
Do you know the actual,
They agree.
You know what's funny? I had this
With
for
some coercion.
I had this for a joke, but never really worked because I guess it's too harsh. But the word molest, if you look it up, the definition of it is to bother. That's the actual Webster's dictionary of the word molest is to bother or interfere.
I'm just going to throw this out there. The priests are doing a little bit more than bothering. Huh? Hey,
diddle.
you're bothering my virgin butthole.
But I always thought like I couldn't ever use that in a phrase. I could never go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, mind if I molest you for a second?" Which is like bothering. It didn't work.
If
But
you say it like, hey, let me molest that ass tonight.
Hit
You got
the
to say
hard
it like,
mo.
Yeah, let me molest.
I put the molest you.
I had a bit about getting molested by a ghost, and
Really?
I'd say it like that, molested, because it makes it, if somebody was actually molested, heavens forbid, and you hit a horrible chord with them, but if you say it like that, you're like, oh.
That also sounds kind of like a old school jazz musician. Molest.
Yeah. Give it up for B.B. King and Molest.
Oh, molest. Look at the way he blows that horn. It's a little horn, too.
Put them finger on them buttons, boy.
Molest. Molest can really play that little instrument.
Taps.
Hey, Mo, keep lesting. What was I going to say? Something hilarious, probably. But
Sorry, we could talk about that. We know people that were molested.
in the room. Gets cold in Minnesota. Gotta stay warm. Anyhow.
Come here, give me that shakatu ass. What's it called? Wackadoo?
Shakopee.
Shakapee.
Shakopee.
Hey, let me shaka that pee.
That also sounds
here.
that sounds like a soul singer. Shaka P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaka P and
I
Molest.
feel for you.
Yo, have you seen Molest and Shaka P?
I think I love you. Shaka bum, pata bum, pata bum, pata bum. I love Shaka P.
What was I gonna say? Probably something cool.
I don't remember, but it was cool.
What kind of music do you listen to? You're kind of hard guy to pin.
I'm all over the map, bro.
Because you're a SoCal guy, so I'm thinking maybe West Coast hip hop, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I get stuck on that. I cannot.
it's in your
listening to
veins.
gangster rap.
It's in your veins.
I just can't. But I'll literally have. I know everybody says this, but like if you look at my playlist, it'll be like Duke Ellington to Britney Spears to Slayer to Tupac,
Right.
to Kanye. I don't give a fuck.
Because you could get pegged as like a metal guy too. You could.
Yeah, I do get down with some metal. I'm not as big a metal as everyone would think. Of course, I like some fucking old school Metallica. Oh my god,
I know.
that was heaven on earth. Ride the Lightning album. Oh my god, used to just drink to that and drive.
Just drinking and driving. You know,
proud
you know
of
what
it.
I'm
I'm just
saying.
saying that
Just
was
fucking.
what
Then you
happened
realize
back then. There was no Uber. There was no Uber.
It's not even a car. It's just a
I have several friends that crashed into homes.
like in the home.
Yeah, one of my buddies sideswiped a bunch of cars, crashed into a house, fucking drove home, and then passed out. And then the cops knocked on his door because his license plate fell off at the house he crashed into. And they're like, "This yours?" He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he went to jail.
Wow.
Another buddy of mine crashed into we were partying at my. I'm not gonna name names. I'm learning a lesson. We're partying at my buddy's house, right? This house right here. And then one of my homies drank and drove a couple buddies home, and he went around the block and then crashed into the house next to the house that we were partying at. Like, he didn't even go anywhere.
Wow.
He just went, and then all my homies that were in the car fled because, you know, they were knuckleheads and had drugs and warrants. And then one of my buddies just stood there and just went to jail. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you
I don't-
at least they did the time for the crime. Okay, guys.
I don't have those stories. I'm like a kind of even. I never did drugs or drink, nothing. But my brother's got in a lot of trouble. But I was never like that guy.
Yeah, you live a better, cleaner life, but you know, if you don't kill anybody, you got some stories to tell, and if you kill somebody, you go to prison for a long time,
And then you have more stories.
you have more stories to tell, but they're a whole lot sadder and darker.
darker, very dark
You
stories.
wasted your whole life. And
My brother, he used to get in a lot of trouble. I think he's calmed down a little bit, but he used to fight. He was a fighter.
yeah, I wasn't a fighter. I was a knucklehead. I like mischief, climbing on roofs,
Yeah.
throwing.
You had like buddies that get hammered and stoned and be like, do it again, that funny thing. And you'd do it and they'd be like,
Yeah,
he's the guy.
Just backflips off walls, and I
like-
don't even know how to do that.
Sticking your head in glory hole saying, what's up?
I need help. Oh! That's not what I meant. Yeah, just a lot of trouble.
One time my brother used to get drunk like all the time. And used to fight. My brother used to box. My brother used to box so much that he got too many concussions and he had to stop boxing. They couldn't get him cleared anymore. So he used to fight all the time. But he's like 5'6", but he'll fight anybody. Like, he's one of those guys that's like 6'4", let's go. Like,
I love that though.
I'll
I
have
love
my
that.
skull cracked, but you're gonna have a scar for life. You know, he's just that
Yeah.
guy. He's all about like, I don't care. So trouble just find, you know, these guys are trouble just finds him all the time. So one time, this is up back home, he was like, we used to grow up in a not so good neighborhood, and he went to a McDonald's at 2 a.m. right, and went to the urinal to take a piss just to go in there, and then a homeless guy ran in there, grabbed him and bit him on like the shoulder. And then my brother was like, get the fuck out. And then he went out, and then the homeless guy's like, come on, give it to me. Come on. He's more of a crackhead, less homeless.
Yeah.
He's not like a hobo with like, you know, maybe I'll make it. You know,
Yeah.
he was like out there. He was on some shit. So he's like, come on, let's go. My brother's like, don't. And he came towards my brother. My brother just like, he can fight. He knocked all his teeth out. So then my brother came home and was like, oh, fuck, you know, a homeless guy bit me. I was like, fuck, you know, next full moon you become him.
Yeah.
But,
Well, he's not biting anyone else.
no,
you know?
I know.
He's giving some gummers.
So anyway, so get this.
What is that tickle on my shoulder?
It's just
Is that soggy bread?
So my brother woke up and it was like, oh, my wrist is sore, right?
Oh,
The next day, sore. Third day, woke up screaming. And then we run into his room and his whole arm's inflamed. Staph infection from the homeless guy's mouth.
Yup. You
Or
gotta
the
clean it
crackhead's
out.
mouth. The crackhead's mouth, yeah.
I knew a buddy that beat up a buddy really bad, and the guy that beat the shit out of a homie, you would think he won, but the same thing, he got an infected hand and he had to like get surgery, and like the guy that got pummeled ended up being the victor just because all the infected.
That's kind of like a nice long play. It's
Yeah.
like he on the down, pummeled, they're like, wait a week.
Yeah.
His arm's inflamed. Like, what the fuck?
It's always those lunatics that just fight. That same guy that I just said fought, he was the guy that crashed into the house that they found the license plate.
I was never a fighter. I was the guy behind the fighter being like, yeah, get him, you know.
I was never a fighter either, but I would like rowdy, rambunctious situations, you know.
Right.
And like we it was just always drunken, sloppy fuckery.
I was always the DD, always. I was like the responsible DD, driving people, just being like, don't puke in my dad's car all the time.
Yeah, if I drove, I would get so drunk to where someone else had to drive my car.
Oh, that's a nice.
Yeah,
The old
too
lateral.
late. Yeah.
So you're driving, right? Yup. And then you're on the floor, passed out. You're driving.
Oh man.
When we were kids, remember that?
Fucking
Now you're a touring comedian. You got responsibility. You can't be crazy hammered the night before. You're gonna have a bad show.
I haven't had a drop of liquor in 8 years. Whee!
Nice, man. Congrats.
Crazy.
Let's do a shot. I never really drank. You know me. I don't really drink.
That's good. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you.
You never see me like smoking a cigarette or hitting a vape.
Do you smoke weed?
Nah, bro. Last time I smoked weed was. This number's gonna sound astounding to you, but probably 19 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
I'm 40.
You don't like weed?
If I could be totally honest, I'm like a control guy. You know, I'm just like, you know, and the idea of being too out of control or like being like, whoa, you know, I'd never, it freaks me out. Everyone's different, right? Some people chill out, some people have energy, some people sleep, some people are like, let's live the day. I'm one of these guys, I'm just like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. I freak out.
Yeah, you just power through.
Yeah.
No,
but I'm what doctors call like a fucking pussy.
no, that's good though. Technical term is,
Eddie, you happen to be, I diagnosed you as being a pussy.
you have manipussyitis.
Big old vagina on this guy. But yeah, I could never do it. But maybe it would chill me out a little bit. But I don't think I'm a high strong
There's
guy.
different strains and different this and that. Like you could find, if you don't need it, you don't need it. But like with the fucking science and how they pinpoint certain things for certain things, you're just like, you could find something that will benefit you. I promise you. I'm back on the weed about, oh my God, almost a year now.
Well, congrats, man.
Right? Yeah.
Good for you.
Holy shit.
That's hard
I keep
to do.
saying like 3 months, 6 months, but then I know time goes by and I go, how long has it been? Yeah, and I have a bit of a problem.
No.
No, it's fine, but I absolutely love it way too much.
That's okay. It's better than loving the other shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
Dude, remember
did it and still do it.
When I first moved to LA about like 8 years ago, and you're born and raised here, it's wild how like the whole transformation between like get a weed doctor, say you got back pain, and now it's these things are everywhere, dude.
Everywhere.
And they look like the Apple Store.
But it's more expensive now because
I
there's a
know.
30% upcharge.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, taxes.
How much is it? How much is it? Like
So it was actually better when it was legal, you know, with the doctor, because then it was cheaper because they can't tax medicine.
Right.
Now that it's recreational, they just fucking up at 32%. What is it?
That's about right.
I went one time and I went, oh no.
You said
Like,
that out loud in the store?
Yeah, because
oh no.
I did. I was like, what happened?
Is everything all right, Mr. Stoner?
Yeah, because you know it just goes from 100 to 135. And you're like, what the fuck?
It's like a sommelier, like a wine guy. It's everyone's got like this one does this one does that. Remember when I was a kid, and that's when you were a kid too. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Wow, you
Yeah.
look good, man.
We both look good. When you said 40, I was like, damn, you look good.
You too, man. Latino roots, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
El mundo.
Peruvian, man. You?
Mexican.
Hey.
Hey. I can't do that.
That helps, man. That helps. And also, you don't seem like a stressed out guy. You seem kind of chill.
A lot of marijuana.
There we go. I'm not me. I'm just chilled out because I feel like, what's the point? But
I'm all over the place. I'll let shit eat me alive, and then it'll reach its breaking point, and then I'll just go, and then it's gone.
you look like, if I were to say one sound that exemplifies you as a man, it's da.
Yeah, because I'll give a fuck. Oh, I need this. I need that. It's good for the career. Oh, you got to go for that girl. You got to do that. And then I just go,
Rent's due. This cop's
Whatever.
knocking on my door.
What are you going to do? The cuffs are on, copper. You already got me.
Remember when we were young, how like wild it was? Just like you had to like call a guy and he had a scale and a fucking dime bags
I
and all that shit.
loved it because I was so lucky. I had the good drug connects. I always had that good dope.
And everyone seeked you out because you knew who the guys were.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I knew guys, but I didn't know guys myself.
I had some cousins, my sister's hood adjacent homies. I mean boyfriends. gangsters, a couple. You know, you just gotta know a couple gangsters. You'll be all right. What were you saying? What's it at? 32?
It's like 34 inside L.A.
Yeah, so it's just fucked up.
What?
34% tax.
Really?
Just tack on a third.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. I literally went in, said something old manish, like, "Oh no," and then I walked out, didn't get it. That's when I wasn't smoking, but I was addicted to CBD and I had nothing in the pandemic, and then I ended up walking back, and I was like, just give me the cheapest little CBD joints, and then I smoked them, and they did nothing, and I was angry.
Do you vape at all? Do you hit the vape pen?
Weed, yes. Nicotine, no.
Nicotine. No.
I never got into nicotine or tobacco, thank God.
It's gonna get wild, man. People are gonna realize.
Oh, those jewels are gonna ruin people.
Bro, in like 10 years, not even 10, in 5 years.
Well, because you can smoke it everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere.
And it's kind of like silent, you know, you kind of put it back in your
And
pocket.
cigarettes, it's like, I hate cigarettes, but I don't mind if you smoke. Like, I understand and I like the ritual of it because, like, you got to go outside, you got to smoke, you stink, you got to wash your hands, mint.
Yeah.
Vape, you go to the bathroom at the restaurant, it smells like strawberries.
It's too easy.
It's too easy. That's
smoking had a deterrent. You gotta go get it. You gotta open a pack. You gotta hopefully it doesn't break in your pocket. Get a light.
Outside.
Go outside. You gotta not even go outside. You gotta like go away from the building.
Yeah.
In
You
a
got to go
spot
to the
where-
designated area.
Well, the rest of the dark lunged assholes are in the fucking corner, and then you smoke a cigarette, and you're probably alone, and you just feel like a piece of shit. Like, oh wow, this is my choices. Then you look at your pack, and it says you're gonna die. Here's your lung. Like, you know what I mean? And then, but vaping, it's kind of like
We don't really know if we're going to
nobody
take
knows.
your lung.
And bro, in
Could
5
be your liver.
in 5 years, we're gonna know friends are gonna be like full on like got fucked up.
Yeah, and it's going to suck because they huff and puff just like 2 to 5 times as much because of you could get away with ripping it in a Whole Foods on the freezer aisle. That wasn't me. I
Also,
opened the Ben and Jerry's fridge.
the
See the
science,
steam? See the steam?
the science,
Condensation.
the science is out. Like, we know what cigarettes does. There's people we know that like not know, but like you heard of like I lived 95 years. I drank whiskey and cigarette. I had whiskey and cigarettes my whole life, and like all right. And then my dad died of lung cancer from smoking, but he hit 73. With vaping, we don't know anything. We're the test. The people we know are like the guinea pigs and shit. And all these medical companies are just like.
My buddy told me to not smoke vape marijuana unless it's from a trusted source. That's why I only fuck with ABX.
Like eBay?
Now we're gonna get flagged and dinged. ABX, Absolute Extracts, because
Do you have sponsors for this podcast?
a little bit here and there. Bootleg Stage 5 wraps. Thanks for wrapping my Kia Optima. What the fuck is this? Oh, like, because it's like bathtub gin days. They just, there's fools in downtown LA just mixing vegetable oil and weed oil. Have no idea what they're doing.
There's a guy with
slapping a sticker on it. You got to go to a reliable for the vaping because there's straight, you're going to get fucking popcorn lungs.
There's a guy right now in like downtown LA with like a bathtub and a paddle just making some fucking vape
As
sauce.
funny as that is, there literally is.
He's just like,
there is.
add more bleach, It's like, kids are going to love this. Add a strawberry,
That's what's scary. But
That's
you know,
wild.
you go to a tried and true product. Like those fools when they were doing the recall when kids were dying because some bastards were just making bathtub weed, oil, bathtub weed oil. Their products were never pulled.
Right.
Because they do it clean and organic and all that shit. And yeah, that shit's scary.
You know what's funny about me and you? This is like a 90s style sitcom kind of like friendship. Clean cut guy, does no drugs. Guy who's like long hair, kind of stoner kind of guy who's got lots of stories, and we're forced to be together because of a judge or
We're
like,
perfect strangers, and I'm bulky.
yeah. No, are you bulky?
I don't know.
That's an old reference.
It's an old reference. What's a new one?
Perfect Strangers.
It's great. It's hit.
Will and Grace. I'm Will. No.
I'm great.
No. Nothing's wrong with being Will. I don't mind being Will. I've thought about being a Will, but like
Martin, I'm Gina.
Okay. I'm Will. I'm Carlton.
No, hang on. Let's do a real one. Let's see here. Modern day perfect strangers.
What would bring us together? Like, why would this clean cut, kind of rigid kind of guy, and this stoner kind of living life like kind of way. Why would a judge bring us together?
Roommates with the Zoe Dasha Kataro.
New girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What'd I say? Yeah.
Dish Chanel.
Yeah, I'm
Like she's like my girlfriend's like, you gotta just let my brother stay with you. All right.
come on.
All right. Is he cool? He's
I got
very
organic
cool.
weed oil.
And like he'd be like, yeah, he's got a super high IQ. He's like, oh, I'm gonna hang with him. And you show up and like, where's the guy? I'm like, I am the guy.
I'm Guy.
You'd be like, you want some?
I'm Guy. Let me show you this new TV show. It's called Glory Hole Confessions.
I don't think it's a TV show. It's more of a website.
My wife left. Ah! What is this?
Oh
I
man.
was just trying to meet someone.
We
Like
gotta-
my wife.
We gotta write it, man.
You are like my wife. She was a dick. Big dick. She was a big dick. You're just like her.
How long you and your lady been going?
2 years.
Congrats, man. Me too. Not with yours, but like a different lady. Yeah.
That's wild. You live with her?
Yeah, we just moved together.
Pandemic? Moving?
Before,
Oh, you did it.
just before you.
No, this was forced upon me.
That's another show.
Yeah.
You moved in during the pandemic.
Forced upon you. Brought to you by the Vatican. We have secrets below us and skulls and bones. What's under them? I want to know. What do they know?
Well, 2 years, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
You guys moved in together during the pandemic.
Yeah, we got so lucky. We just happened upon this home.
Oh, you guys came together. She didn't move in with you, or you didn't move in with her. You guys found this place together.
Yeah, we were just going to the beach to escape hell, the hell of Hollywood, and then we're like, hey, and he's like, come on in. I was like, I'll take it.
You used to live in Hollywood?
Mm-hmm. The WeHo.
Ah,
Right by the Improv.
Oh shit! I used to live in WeHo too, man.
Yeah, WeHo's awesome.
Which Trader Joe's did you used to work at?
The one in the heart of Boys Town, across from the 24-hour fitness.
Oh, that one on
Yeah.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Mhm.
Because I used to go to the gym around the other one, but the
Crunch.
Laugh Factory.
Yeah, that's the rock and roll one.
Yeah,
I'm the gay one.
You're the gay one. Yeah, I've always said that.
That's true. I mean, in the Trader Joe's world, but oh, that's rock. No, this is the gay one. Oh, Burton Way, that's the.
You were there
Beverly
for
Hills
you were there
one,
for a
yeah.
minute, right?
Oh yeah, 11 years, dog.
11 years.
Yeah.
Did you get shares?
No, I wish they're not public. I would have opted all in for that.
Wow,
They're private, but yeah, I got retirement from them.
dude, that's great.
It is, yeah.
And you know what the funny thing is that when I used to have a day job too, those jobs you stick, they know you. They're like, I gotta bounce, I gotta show. Like, all right, get out of there, live your dream, you little fucking weirdo.
Yes, that's why I stayed so long.
So you gotta like stay there and get tenure where they'd be like, yo, how about can you watch the apples for me? I gotta go fucking bomb at an open mic.
I would go do auditions on lunch break,
Yeah.
and I'd be late coming back and be like,
and you do it because
it was for a Tostitos commercial. It's important. It's important. Tino's Pizza Rolls.
and then you got the local guys, the guys that have been there.
Get my gun.
Is that not something inside of your head, is it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
They still scare me.
But you got the Trader Joe's guys. They're rooting for you.
Yeah.
They want you to do well.
Yeah,
So the
it
guys
took
cover
a-
your shift and shit.
It took a long time to get mornings only, so I'd have nights free for stand-up.
Yeah.
And then Trader Joe's transfers managers a lot. So you'd always get like new managers, and then you'd be like, great,
Yeah.
now I got to get cool with this fucker. But I would just invite them to a show.
There we go.
And free guest list, or if sometimes I didn't even get that, I'll just be like, I'll buy your ticket, just come. Because I was like, come see me do my shit, and then you'll be like, okay, go.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
And it worked.
I worked at a Home Depot for 5 years, my last day job, like a little while ago. And I remember inviting my manager to the show, and you only see them in their like Home Depot clothes. You never see them in like their real life clothes.
Yeah.
You ever do that?
Yeah.
It's like seeing a teacher, And he showed up with like a leather jacket, slick hair, like
You're like, nice.
I'm at a show, he works for me. Like, oh, in the business? Nah, at the Home Depot in the rental center.
I tell them how to cut lumber.
But because I did that, bro, I got any shift I wanted off.
It works.
It works.
A good show though.
Yeah,
Very important.
Yeah.
I made all the bosses go to the ice house. Oh, bro,
no.
ice house Saturday night.
I know. I invited them the Saturday night to a club too. But if you vibe to like a shitty show,
then you won't get your shit.
You can't be
covered.
like, yo, I need this time off to do a spot.
I'll be like, the wood's funnier than you, Eddie.
Yeah, they're not.
Because
they don't
if
miss
they
you.
go to the wrong one, it literally they'll be like, no.
But
this is your dream now.
The wood, but it's a thrill for them because they're like, wow, I'm kind of close to show business.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with this fucking stony fucking comedian. I'm in it, or me, this fucking rigid piece of shit. You know.
Yeah, they were the coolest, man. I have even though I got fired,
Did you get fired?
I told the story a bajillion times, but like the manager that fired me, he went to my show Saturday and then fired me like Tuesday.
No.
Yeah, he was almost crying. I'm almost crying. I was like, bro, I know it's not. Well, because I farted on my manager and I filmed it and posted it on the internet. And then it went viral. That's the one I picked, Jerry selected. But like these videos, I was a jackass and they were going viral on the internet.
Right.
And then someone showed corporate. And then corporate was like, get this guy out of here. So now my boss, who's my friend, had to fire me. He just went to my show.
How long ago was this?
This was, Jesus, how many?
3 years.
3 years.
See,
my God.
now if that happened today, corporate would be like, wait a second, let's use this on TikTok somehow. Let's maneuver this. Let's ask this guy to be our spokesman on TikTok. He farts on, he's got good gastral thing because of our fucking wheat chips or something.
He got Blue Celium has sales by 200%. Yeah, get him in here. Who needs Stomachies tea?
So that's why I got fired, because you farted on a guy.
Well, that's what yes and no.
What was your defense? I'm a comedian.
I didn't mean it. I should have been fired every single day, 2 to 8 times a day. You could ask him.
Did you work there too?
I still do, yeah.
Oh, wow. Do they still talk about him? Like, I used to know,
Yeah.
I gave Craig time off. Or guys like talk.
A lot of the people got switched out since
really?
then. But the customers still remember Craig.
Yeah, I was wild.
Where's that guy that I...
Because I would shake sodas as I'd sell them to people. I'd jump off the roof. I don't even remember
when I was at
anymore.
the
It's been too long.
When I was at the
wild.
when I was at the Home Depot, it's funny when you get a certain point at these jobs where they like you a lot, you just start really, because we're comics, we're kind of pranksters.
Oh, yeah.
We start abusing it
Big time.
So I used to do shit like I used to hide like in a box, and then watch my manager through a hole, like look for Eddie. Come to the front desk. Eddie, come to the front desk. Have you seen Eddie? And I just was just laughing my ass off and took a nap in there. And then one day I just popped out of the box. He's like, "What the fuck?" Sorry about that. I was just taking a nap. He's like, "How long have you been in there?" Like, a couple hours.
8 hours. Time to clock out.
One time.
Oh, I missed my lunch.
One time
clock me in and out for that.
One time I like made out with a girl who was working there on a display toilet. That was kind of fun.
It's hot.
I know. Reverse cowgirl a toilet with a lady. You ever done that?
You had sex with her on a toilet?
No. I reverse cowgirled the toilet.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then we over and started making out with me, and then we switched over and I got caught on the camera.
Yeah, I had sex with a customer in my truck on the rooftop of
Really?
the parking structure.
Were you there?
No.
Oh, where
That
were you?
was awesome.
I worked nights back then.
Because he's like, I got my camera.
It was so cool. Yeah, it was wild.
Good for you, man.
I had some hip.
How did that happen?
Well, because that sounds cooler than it was. We had hooked up previously.
Oh, it's not like she met you at the store.
No,
like, I want
but
this
it
guy to
was
fuck
like
me.
it was like a year ago. I hadn't seen her in forever, and then she was shopping. I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Hey," and I was like, and then I got like all excited.
Wait, so when did this happen?
At work, when I was working.
When you were working.
It was
okay.
we had relations before, but it was still a stumbling upon
Right, it
each
was
other.
still,
she was like, "Oh, you work here?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Good to see you." And she's like, "Good to see you." And then I was like, in 10 minutes, I had my lunch, and I was just like, And then I was like, "Hey, this is crazy. You want to go get frisky?" And then she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "All right." And then she just left her cart there, and then then we went and had sex
on the roof of the
in my truck
truck.
on the roof parking structure, the roof of the parking structure. And then she went back in and finished her shopping, and I rang her up.
Oh, you bet you rang her up,
I
right?
gave her free croutons though, because
And this is during the day.
Yeah.
Wild. Was there anyone other cars up there?
I wasn't looking. What am I gonna say? Hey, there's cars everywhere. It was so cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cooler if you didn't know her at all.
Yeah,
That'd be even
it wasn't on that
But I would
level.
lie about the story though. I would throw it around like that, just around people. But like,
Yeah,
I fucked a customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, it's still great. I would
still
love that.
cool.
It's cool for you. I don't know if it's cool for her, but it's cool for you.
No, it was cool for her. Why is there judgment on ladies? She was so excited too.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like the thrill, it just became it's like a double, it's like an adrenaline and sexy time, double.
Well, for her, the story is like,
I fucked this dirty hippie in his car.
here's the crazy part. I don't think it's even his car. But for her, it's like, she's just getting some fucking hibiscus tea and some eggs, and then she fucks.
Yeah.
Fucks.
Most women are just as horny as dudes. Just society puts these little pressures on them, like, oh, I can't fuck this Trader Joe's worker in his car. They're gonna call me a Trader Ho, And never ever. I mean, I just did right there for comedy, but like, I would never think like, who cares? I've always fallen in love with the horse. You can't say that anymore, but it's true. Like, it's so funny that in my dating life, if a girl's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to work hard for this," I go, "Okay," and I'll see you later, and I'll never call them.
But
again.
here's you're funny. Funny guys are like a premium, and you're like professionally funny, so that's good. That's like being a super hot guy. That's great.
Okay, but you know what I mean? Like if it's a girl's like you have to do that. I'm like, okay, I'm not interested. But if it's like, here, you want this? I'm like, I love you.
Yeah.
And they don't understand.
That comes with age, though. Like the older I get, the more I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to I have to work harder for this. I'm not saying I want it like that. I'm just saying if it's a challenge, I'm like, no, I'm too old for that shit.
I got a podcast I gotta do. You want to go get down in my car on the roof or what?
I gotta go. I gotta go to Obama's show tonight, but you want to fuck my truck?
I would never forget that. I remember I took this girl on a couple dates, and then we went to my show in the belly room, and then we were at my apartment when I lived in East Hollywood, and we were making out in the bed, and she's like, "You're gonna have to work so hard to get this," and I went,
She said that to you?
"Yeah," and I went, and I turned around and went to sleep. And I was like, I don't want to. And then I never hit her up again. And then she ended up going out with one of my buddies, and I was like, that's fine. Good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to work hard for it. Took her on 3 dates, and we were making out in my bed, and she said, no. Anyways, do I sound like a monster?
No. Here's the thing. I don't mind working for it. I hate it when people say, you're going to have to work for it. Like, that's kind of implied. Like, we're going to go out for dinner. We're going to hang out, see if we jive, we'll see if we're good. And then we'll see what happens. Not like, get ready. It's a long haul. Like, fuck
yeah, that's
you.
what I took it at.
Why are you throwing my face like that?
I was like, this is our third date. I treated you to dinner, took you to my show. I made you laugh, talked about my nana's puss. What more do you want? What more do you want from me?
More puss. But yeah. But, like, I don't like when people throw it in your face like, I'm like, okay, we could just like live normally, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's
you don't gotta make me feel like
I'm a treat too.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to work so hard. Let me have it. Here you go. Guys are so stupid. Ladies, if you want your man to be happy, just suck his dick. That's it.
Is this an ad?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought it was
Guys
an ad.
are so stupid. You could get anything you ever wanted in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anything. Like if
you win, you were just melt. Like, oh, okay, yeah. What is your new house? Okay, I better go to work.
It's funny how
I better get to work.
How complex we are as human beings, but when it comes down to it, we're just like fucking
A
dogs.
sandwich and touch my balls.
Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
Or like make a sandwich out of my balls. Whatever.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it sounds just guys are dumb.
We're dumb.
And women, they need like so much more. You gotta like ask them about their day and listen. You're like, dude, I'm
I'm
high.
kind of like
I can't hear you.
I will. Do you run jokes by your lady?
Mm-mm.
No, I do that to mine. So that's my version of like, listen to me.
Yeah.
I run jokes by her all the time.
I'm more like, why are you looking at me all of the time? I'm seeking your validation, woman. Please love me. Get off your phone.
Well, you guys seem
Look
like,
at me.
You guys seem like you're happy. I walked in. She went like this. Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It went through a little burp patch there.
Oh, what is that?
I have been holding in my farts for you.
Is that
because
watermelon?
It's really good.
I can smell it. Yeah, it smells good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my farts, I ate hard-boiled eggs yesterday. So
No.
I'm not farting because it's hot sulfur, but my stomach's starting to hurt because I'm actually holding them in for once in my life.
Please.
Because it's bad.
I can't have that many.
I know. I'm not that, like, I'm a fart guy and I love farting, but this level of stink, I'm now an asshole piece of shit. You know what I mean?
I don't mind it, but there's a lot of variables for me. Like I'm in a room with no windows.
I agree.
There's cats. I'm already allergic to cats. I can't have cats. Plus your hard-boiled egg fucking.
I'll fart on any motherfucker any day for the most part, unless they're heat-seeking, rotten missiles.
Is this what's inside you right now?
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't, and especially in confined space, like maybe this is some wind, but not.
But when we go outside, can you?
I'm ripping them.
Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love to hear it.
Good grief, my tummy hurts. The road, you know how it is.
Why would you have hard-boiled eggs before
the
a podcast?
fucking Hampton Inn? No, yesterday I was on the road and the free breakfast. It was the like cleanest food there. They had like that free breakfast food.
I know. Like at the continental breakfast in the fucking lobby.
Yeah.
Is that what you had?
Yeah. So I just got hard-boiled eggs and oatmeal, and now
Hard-boiled eggs. All the Trader Joe's ones in that bag, that yellow bag. I thought. Oh, I got the life hack. I'll have these when I'm on the run.
it's like extra stinky.
It's worse.
It's worse.
It's worse. It's like a legit.
Just make your own eggs,
like
guys.
a mustard gas bomb in my
Yeah.
body, bruh.
Yeah.
And when I farted one time, I remember it's one thing when you fart and you're like everyone around you is having a bad time, but when you fart and you've ruined your own time, like, oh, I've ruined my day. I've ruined my moment. Like,
Yeah.
because you can enjoy it when you have a fart, like, ooh, that was a bad one. But when you smell like, oh, I'm sick.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
not good.
That's what I have right
That's what
now.
you have right now.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
you
like,
would.
oh,
Because if you did
is there
that,
a dog in here?
it's a dead dog. It's jackets outside.
Fuck is this? It's too much. I have been embarrassed from farts. I don't know if I told this story, but we were at a play. It was called Women of Juarez. It was the saddest.
Women of where?
Women of Juarez. It was the.
Oh, I thought it said women who were whores.
That's a different play.
That's a cool
That's a
website.
good one.
That's a-
Yeah, no. Women of Juarez was the most beautiful, saddest, darkest play. It's about women being abducted and killed and raped in Juarez and how it's a problem.
Why did you watch this play?
My mom, we're Mexican, and she likes always supporting the Mexican art. So if it was a Latino play in L.A. East Los, so we went as a family to go watch it. Bro, two things. First of all, hardest I've ever cried in my life. I was like, what is this? This should be like the world needs to know about this.
Was
play.
it English or Spanish?
English.
Okay.
I think actually both.
Okay.
But it was so good. And then secondly, I had the rotten, heat-seeking, sulfur, hard-boiled egg farts.
Again?
At the play, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You had hard-boiled eggs every time you go
I
out?
like hard-boiled eggs. That one might have just been fucking beer shit.
I like the way you don't learn from it either.
No.
You're just like, let's do it again. Eat hard-boiled eggs, then get on a plane.
So I farted at this play, and
Oh,
it's
no.
and like normally I'm like, like you wait, and this time I was like, oh no, this is fucked up. What I just did is fucked up. I ruined this corner of the room, and then my sister's friend was coming to say hi. She's a family friend. Her mother used to babysit me as a baby. We've known her our entire lives, and she is absolutely gorgeous. And she's gorgeous. And she goes, oh, hey, Philip. And she's going to give me a hug. I was like, no. Like, I just laid it.
No.
And then I saw it hit her face, and she went like, oh, like she knew why I was saying no. And I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And in my sister's like, it was funny, but it wasn't funny because it was just that level of stink to where it ruined the show.
I've been there.
And to where I had to go outside from then on out to fart as I was crying of this horrible play of women just disappearing in Juarez.
Well, at least said everyone in there had different reasons to cry.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. A little diversity cry.
Yeah, it's just stinkers.
I know. Is it common for you to have really bad gas?
Yeah.
Might be your diet, man.
Yeah.
Might be. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, it's my diet.
Okay.
I shouldn't have milk, ice cream, cheese, dairy, and I do because I enjoy it.
Do you have often diarrheas?
I pay the price, yes. Yes, there's a price to pay for what I do.
What, like in a war movie? I pay the price.
I just eat whatever I want and then regret it later, and
I
sometimes
know.
it hurts real bad.
You
and
might
I
have
stink.
to. You might have to be a vegetarian, bro.
Nah,
There we go. That's a spirit. There we go.
I'm drinking.
I'd rather ruin plays.
Why'd I say I'm drinking? Oh no!
I couldn't be a vegetarian. All props to anyone who does it. Are you vegetarian?
No.
You're like, you look like the kind of like.
I would like to
kills
be
and eats it. You know.
like 5 days a week vegetarian.
No, that's too much. If you,
All right, 4.
I think I'm already talking you down to this.
Yeah. You're like, all right, 1 day. No, I just mean eat clean and then like
Clean's different. You can have meat and be clean.
Yeah, you're right. I want to eat clean. I just don't want to have meat at every meal. The way I do it is so stupid. And honestly, most of the meat in this country is full of fucking cancer and carcinogens.
Bruh, if you go to like Europe, from my friends tell me like the meat's like totally different.
It's
got
totally
different
clean.
The like horses aren't like eating roids like they're
Even
fucking,
Mexico.
Really?
The meat tastes completely different. They just don't have the mass corporate farms just cranking out cows like fucking Bitcoin, or I don't know what is just actually Bitcoin's slow now.
Yeah, Bitcoin's
but
already
you know what I mean. We just everything we do is so times a million. Crank it out, more fatter cow, steroid.
Everything's about the dollar, right? So
Yeah.
you're just like the more meat out there, the more people eat it, and the fatter these people get, or the bigger they get, the more meat will sell.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Yeah. Well, are you a junk food guy?
Yeah,
I know. Are you an In-N-Out guy?
Yeah.
Shake Shack guy?
Yeah, all of it, all anything.
Jack in the
bad.
Box?
Not so much.
There we
in
go.
my childhood,
There we
yeah.
go.
But
I knew
now
you.
I'm like,
Yeah. I know.
oh.
I like the way you think you're too good for it. Like, nah, what am I, crazy?
I can't do the chains anymore. They hurt too bad.
But though I just mentioned 2 chains.
Those chains are cleaner.
Yeah,
You know it's true.
I know.
Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out don't hurt you the way the rest do.
I say I like Shake Shack. I mean, I'm
Well,
taking.
Shake Shack doesn't count. Shake Shack is organic, grass-fed. That's like
true.
actually clean.
I like Shake Shack a lot.
It's so
In-N-Out,
good.
I can go in and I can go either way. I can go either way.
Everyone is talking
Chick-fil-A
about.
I do like though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is good.
I don't like their policy towards gay people,
I
but
don't
they have
either.
the best chicken sandwich I've ever had. So I gotta eat.
This is how good it was. One time I was in a Chick-fil-A, by the one on La Cienega, close to the 101, the 401, 101, and I saw 2 guys holding hands waiting in line to get chicken. I was like, wow, you guys don't.
I mean,
That's how good this thing is.
That's how good it is.
That's
And
how good it is. These guys are willing to go beyond against their own belief system.
I'm just saying, I think it is going to sound bad, and I'm scared to say what I'm going to say. But banning Chick-fil-A for their religious beliefs and donations towards the gay community is insane to me, because all corporations are dirty, and if you want to ban that one, then you need to get rid of Apple. Ever heard of slave labor?
I was just saying.
Oh,
on top of this.
Nestle. Oh, they own all rights to natural water and want to control the world. Oh, you better get rid of every corporation ever in the history of. There's like 4 good ones, and they're about to be bought up by Monsanto. You know.
I was just
so
having
you
this
want to. You
conversation,
need to
dude.
ban everything. That's what I mean. Like, yes, obviously, love towards the gay community, peace and love always from me, but. Like, you're going after one chicken sandwich when there's 99 million other corporations that do probably more evil shit than donating towards conversion camps. They actually own slave labor camps, and people are committing suicide because the conditions are so. So I'm just saying, if you're going to ban Chick-fil-A, then you better throw away that Apple product too, because then you're a fucking hypocrite, and it's insane to me.
I just had this conversation with someone when you know, the same thing when you kind of pick and choose what to be mad about, which is fine. You're right in America, do whatever you want. Want to be mad at Chick-fil-A? Fine. But when you're angry tweeting about them, you're writing it on a fucking phone made by someone who's paid literally pennies to be there. And the irony is, though,
and probably a child.
Probably a child. And then there was like a report that in some of these Apple factories that they have nets around the windows so people don't kill themselves.
No, that's a fact.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's wild.
There was so much suicide in these Apple factories to make our iPhones that we all have in this room, minus him.
What do you got?
Samsung.
They're probably cool.
We have no idea. And they put nets around because people were jumping off the building because they were just slave labor.
Or maybe it's just a faster way to get downstairs.
Yeah.
But I agree, though. People pick and choose, like, what's up with that? I'm like, bro, everything in America is made by someone who didn't want to make it.
Yeah, it's all fucked.
Like all this shit.
And I am all down for revolutionizing and unionizing and getting everyone equal pay and a fair.
So you're like, when the Uber drivers get more money, you're all about that.
Hell yeah.
Me too.
I'm a big union guy because like a lot of my family on the Mexican side, they're all union. They're dock workers, Ilwu, electrical union. You know, my sister's baby daddy, he's in the sheet metal union. I was in the carpenters union. When you're in a union, you're just looked after. They care. You get lawyers and fucking medical, and you make enough money to buy a home and feed your fucking family.
Also, these companies, if they could, they'd pay you nothing. You gotta hold them accountable. I like unions too. We
need to unionize the world and get these motherfuckers a livable wage so they're not just jumping off the side of the fucking building.
When during you know what's funny when I hear people say shit like, oh man, remember when Uber was like $5 and a guy would drive you 2 miles? Wasn't that the best? I go, for you, not for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I feel like we live in this kind of like our generation we live in this dream world where we think we can get everything cheap. But it's like, bro, you want stuff. I mean, a guy's literally driving you. He should be paid accordingly, I think.
I believe everyone should be paid accordingly. I also think it's insane that Uber like profits $3 billion a year but can't give their guys health care.
Yeah, they don't own one car. They don't own one car. Airbnb too. They own no properties, but they're the biggest hospitality business in the world.
It's so weird. It's like, dude, we're not saying don't make your money. It's just saying give the guy a fucking fair wage.
Yeah.
That's what I never understand. Like, we don't even need much. Literally 1% of the pie, and they can't even do that. Like, if they just had any incentive, and all the corporations that do give incentives like stock options or treat you well or let you invest in the company, productivity increases by like 300%.
Can I ask you a big question?
Yeah.
Do you believe in universal health care?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wish that like I just have a card and I just go to the doctor anytime I want. Not to think about insurance, nothing.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's what I had growing up in Canada.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Universal healthcare exists in every developed nation except for the United States.
When I was growing up, we used to have commercials from Western New York, from Buffalo, because Toronto's right there. So like we get like their local like news and shit like that. I remember being young, watching. I had universal healthcare my whole life in Canada. So insurance, copay, all these terms I'd never grew up with. So I remember watching this one commercial, and one of these guys who like has a suit on, and he's like, "You got consolidating debt? You know those guys are like, you got this, you got that, you got this. We'll help consolidate your debt." It was like a debt consolidation firm, whatever. And he goes, "Medical bills?" And I remember being a young man being like, "Medical bills? What's a medical bill?" I had no clue what that was, bro. Is that wild?
Yeah. This shit's a meat grinder, bro. America is a fucking meat grinder.
Great place to live. But there's got a problem. But anyway,
so much opportunity, but you're just dollar signs in every step of the way. It's like, how can we make money off this guy out the gate? Just fucked up.
What'd you think of the people up in Canada? They were nice.
Very nice. Yeah. For sure, more polite. And everyone said Edmonton, Alberta is like the Texas of Canada, but I didn't see no guns.
Well, Calgary is like
Pussies.
the Texas of Canada because they got all the cowboys and they got the rodeo there and the stampede.
But you guys don't have guns, right?
No, not like America.
That's fucking
it's more
whack.
It's more like fists, punching. It's a punchy town. They love hockey fights.
You need lots and lots of guns.
I know. You're a gun guy. But Toronto, you gotta go to my hometown. Toronto, you'd like Toronto, East Coast type shit. That'd be nice. It's like a mini New York. You'd like it.
Okay, I'll go there.
All right,
I'm down.
Let's go together. Let's go. Just no deviled eggs before you get on the plane.
I know. How long have we been rolling? I think I gotta blow up pretty soon.
Hour 10.
Oh wow! I know. We're good.
We're cooking. I gotta pee too. Can I pee before you destroy the fucking toilet?
Let's do that
together.
Yeah, because I want to keep going. This is a good one.
I know. I purposely picked out this jacket because I knew you'd like it.
I fucking love shirt jackets. I almost want to ditch all flannels and only have shirt jacket with pockets.
Uniqlo, $30.
Uniqlo? Oh, is that how you pronounce that? I always wondered. That's that one with the...
You look like the kind of guy that always says, "Oh, that's how you say that."
Yeah.
You say that a lot, don't you?
Yeah. So much.
That's how you say that word.
I get shit wrong my whole life. I mean,
We got my name right, which
Yes.
is great. But
I got his name wrong for 9 years.
no,
I called him Lundgren as a joke, but I guess it stuck.
what? How
My
do you
last
say
name is just Lund.
Lund?
Yeah.
Where do you get the grin?
Dolph Lundgren?
Just like you just see two tall white guys, you're like, God, same thing.
But I think I said it as a joke, but then for whatever reason, it stuck and became my truth and reality. And then I was shocked when I found out it was just Lund. I was like, what?
The irony is all this is your last name can be mispronounced. I may not say it right.
Nobody usually.
Cognant?
No. Who
See?
put a G in there?
See? It's
Cognitive
crazy.
dissonance.
Conant.
A lot of people say Conant. It's Conant.
Conant.
But I ran into a Conant at my show. Just a fan, audience member was there and was like, "Hey, I'm a Conant." And then, but he said we pronounce it
Cognac.
like
Conant?
Conant or
So what's the origin of that last name?
white, English.
Oh,
I
wait.
think.
I thought you were full Mexican.
No, I'm half. Half. My
Ah.
mother is full Mexican. My dad is white.
My mom is from Peru, and my dad is from Italy.
Oh yeah, you got the full brown.
Yeah, full. I got a little flavor. But my last name, if you want to hear an origin story, cool one. So my last name is Della Siepe, and my grandfather, my dad's dad, was an orphan as a kid in rural Italy. Like this, is like 1920s, right? And back then, someone would have a kid and not want to take care of it, so he was left at a church when he was a baby, wrapped in a blanket with the name Edmundo, my name on there, right? So then he stayed at the orphanage till he was about 15, 16, and said, fuck this. And then he joined the military and lied about his age. So he didn't have a last name. So they called, the Italian government called the church and said, where did you find him? What's his last name? We need to give him an identity. And he goes, well, we found him here. And Della means from. And if you Google it, Siepe, Seppi, means hedge, because he rests on the hedge as a baby.
You're from the hedge.
From the hedge, bro.
That is crazy.
Isn't it wild? So that's how they named my Siepe. If you type in Google Images, you'll see it says.
I don't even know the oranges. Orange. Oh, did anyone catch that?
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
I said oranges.
See?
Origins of my last name. I
See
think
that?
it's just
It's wild.
English shit.
It's kind of wild. So if you see one with that last name Della Siepe, it's like, oh, from that one baby that was abandoned. It's wild.
That's so crazy.
Isn't
That is
wild?
crazy.
Back in then, there was like, what do you name him? I don't know. What's his name? Smith. Okay, or blacksmith. or whatever.
Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker. I could have been Eddie Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker. Yeah, I don't even know. I should know. Just old English. I know my family was of wealth and status because my 9th great uncle was the founder and mayor of Salem, Massachusetts. He was
Really?
an early pilgrim. There's a statue of him in the middle of the square.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like colonial American.
Yeah, they killed people. I don't know. Very possible.
Bro, like,
what's up?
so
It says Conant is Pictish in origin, which is like a Scottish.
Scottish?
Yeah. And it means mighty.
Yeah.
Not everything's correct.
Yeah, these parts are mighty.
But when you think about it, no one's more North American than you, because you got like colonial American one side and Mexican the other side.
I think the Native Americans might have a little bit more of American than me, but I'm close.
You're
I'm
close. My
I'm
mom's indigenous too. My mom's like
Yeah?
indigenous Peruvian, like Incan type shit.
Nice.
That's that.
That's where it's
So
at.
this is a real diversity podcast.
Yeah.
Minus the big white guy.
Nice to whack at the touche. Where you from? Suck at the Wisha?
Suck
at my cousin. What was it called?
That's another.
Suck at my cousin.
Hey.
Hey.
So the final question of how we get down.
Final doesn't have been a first.
You're right.
It's the first question.
How are you?
I didn't think you would ask what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We
I
just
get it.
have
I get
fun.
it. My throat's close enough for
Yeah.
the cats. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm joking.
You got a good poop story? Shit your pants on a hot date? A very embarrassing moment. Couldn't now that we had that was Rosebud, right? Where it's her pets. If you don't have one, Rosebud Baker, very funny. She ran out of poop stories because she did the pod twice.
Uh-huh.
So, but she had one where she was flying an animal on the plane, and it shit everywhere, and it was so we could branch out.
Okay.
But it's better if it's yours. It's just fun.
So I got two. I got a shit story. I do have a shit story.
Nice.
It's not even like a good one though.
If you shit your pants, it's a good story.
You'd be a great dad. Come on, son.
Shit your pants.
I made this mistake. Okay, so in Canada, when you order a burger, they give it to you well done. You can't say I want it this way. There's a regulation rules. It has to be well done for our own safety. But in America, it's freedom's everything. So it's kind of like you want it raw, you want it medium well, you want a medium. I was like not used to that shit, right? So this one, so I was with my girl. We're in New York City, or in Brooklyn, and I go. She says, "How do you want your burger?" And I usually just say medium, but for some reason I had steak in my mind.
You said medium rare, didn't you?
I said medium rare.
You can't do that on a burger, and I love raw shit.
I know.
I mean, not raw, but I like pink.
You like
I like
raw?
pink.
No, you like raw dogging.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. In a parking lot in the Trader Joe's.
Everybody does.
Yeah, everyone does it.
That's a living.
Anyhow, so I said medium rare because I thought steak in my mind, and then I ordered a burger. She wasn't really listening because I think she was on her phone or whatever. So I said medium rare. Normally she would catch it and be like medium. That's why you need ladies in your life, because they catch when we're being dumb.
The women for sure. They're just like, what?
No. He doesn't want that. He wants medium. I'm like, I want medium.
Like, oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for saving me from ringworm in my tummy.
Yeah, thanks for fucking not ruining my day. So then I got the burger. I ate it. A little pinkish, but I'm like, whatever. I was also dark. I was in Brooklyn. I had a show in about 2 hours. So I eat the burger, and you got real diarrhea problems when it's like not that far in between the food and what comes out of your ass. Like the time.
Oh yeah. I know
like
what you're cooking.
It's like,
you eat it and you go,
no,
that was a mistake.
Yeah. It's not like when you have eat your rotten eggs on the road.
It takes a day. Or
takes a day
and a half even.
Ferment, because the eggs are in your body being like, whoa, there's some other shit in here. We got to fight our way out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, holy fuck, I think there's like some In-N-Out in here. I think there's a cigarette in here. So
no cigarettes. Joint.
Yeah. So anyway, so I ate it. I'm feeling okay. I leave. We're walking around New York, just killing some time for my show. And bro, you feel like it's like just complete distress. You just feel like there's something wrong right away. You hear the gurgle, you feel it, and then you make that decision where you go, is this a fart or is this something more?
Oh.
You want to believe that this is just a fart. I know it is.
Never is.
It never is.
Never is.
You want to believe, because in your mind you're like, oh, is this going to be hot chocolate milk out of my asshole? Or is this just going to be a friendly little poof through my denim jeans? You want to believe the first one because you have things to do. You don't want to ruin your day. So I started to believe that I believe what I wanted to believe, not what was real. So I got really existential about like farting. But anyway, so I was like, I'm just going to squeeze out a little poof in my 5'11" Levi's. Everything's gonna be fine. Bruh. When you it felt like, you ever like tap a water fountain when you're a kid and the water come out?
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I clinched so hard.
Did you catch it? You didn't catch it too much.
I kind of caught it a little bit, but then I started sweating because I was nervous.
Oh.
And then I started asking myself, is that sweat running down my leg? My mind starts like racing.
Oh, that's not sweat.
My mind starts racing. And here's the thing. I'm like maybe like 5 blocks away from the restaurant. And I go to her, I have to go back to the restaurant. She's like, why? Like, I'm going to shit my pants. And I'm not at home. I'm in New York. There's no car. I don't have my car. I have a show to do. And you know how it is with these things. You ask, can I do your show? Sure. And then I'm like, I don't want to bail.
Yeah.
So I run back in the restaurant. I ask the guy, where's the restroom? And he goes there. And I run in there like my firstborn's about to be born. You know what I mean? Like, I ran in there. Dude, I don't know what I would do if there was a guy already in the stall. What would I do? I don't know what I would do.
I've thought about things like that before. That Ross where I had to pull over, there was a worker there, and I just ran to the bathroom. He's like, "You need it?" And he opened it, and I was like, "What if he wasn't there?"
I know.
I am a dead man. I'm a dead man.
I think about it all the time. Like if this, like I believe in the universe that things happen for a reason. My dad passed away. Maybe he's guiding me and helping me out. My dad was like tingling, like maybe the higher powers just like making sure that stall is open. But I ran in there, and man, you're just painting porcelain.
Yeah. Spraying the walls.
You're just painting, not painting porcelain, and you're making, and it's just like, it's just
noises,
like,
noises. That eating.
You know what? I don't want to be. I'm sure all your listeners are cool with it. Shit
Oh
stories.
yeah.
It almost sound. You know what it sounded like? It sounded like. You ever just pour water off a balcony?
Splat. Yeah. Yeah.
And you hear that.
Blah 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 blah.
Just like, I'm just gonna dump this soda pop off of. It just sounded like, and then you look down, and it just looks like a puddle.
Just brah, brah, island boy,
an island boy. So then, I'm like, okay. You start wiping, you wipe again. You know when you've taken a dump and you're like, I gotta flush in between. That's almost like we take a break during this podcast. I had to take a break during my shit. I flushed to be like, I don't want to add on to this.
I'm a 3 to 5 flusher.
Yeah.
I don't understand these animals that just load it up. I'm like, flush.
It's there for you.
It's what do you?
Yeah. So and it was and sometimes you get those automatic flushes that do it for you. Like, I got this.
Yeah.
The machines.
And they cool you off.
You get a little wisps. So anyway, so I started wiping. You know when you're just wiping, you're just like, it's not even brown anymore. It's just like, what is happening? So then I flush again. I'm like, whew. I walk out of there, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I think so." We walk again.
That's that salmonella, dog.
I did another. I was like, now I'm getting fart confident. I'm like, I can blow another little fart here. It's just
back to back.
It's just backup air from the last disaster. I felt it again. I'm like, I gotta go back. And she's like, "You're going back again?" I'm like, I can't find new restaurants.
Yeah, what are you gonna be like? I gotta order some toast before I take a shit.
I have tenure with this guy.
Yeah, you also did this, so you're gonna let me use your bathroom.
Thank you. You ruined me. I ruined you.
Yeah.
So then I went back in. I'm like, I see him. I can't let him see me again, because I don't want him to be like, call the.
What are you doing?
Call the manager. Be like, this guy's doing meth in my bathroom.
Yeah. This guy's doing meth. It smells like shit.
Why does he keep going back into my bathroom? Maybe he forgot his meth. So then I kind of like hide. I kind of like divert my way from him. So I kind of like did a pretend wave, like this, back turned to the guy, and then I went around into the bathroom, and then equally as bad. It felt like real deja vu.
Yeah, now we're cooking.
Now
we're talking.
Real deja vu, where I'm just like, this is happening again. Equal. And then I wiped, and then I walked away. And she's like, "Are you okay?" Like, whatever was inside me is gone, and I never felt more empty, in my life. And then I did the show, and it was fine. And then I kind of played it safe the next day. Just had like sandwich, bread, shit like that. But man, that was wild. It was a wild hour.
It's amazing.
We've all been there.
And you're embarrassed too. Did it go down your leg?
No, it was sweat.
Oh, it was sweat.
It was sweat.
That's what the poop does to you.
Yeah. But my mind, you know what's funny? I don't know if you think this way because you're a comic. Because we're in show business, because you're standing in front of people. If I was just a regular guy, like Dolph here, like I'd be just like, I'm sorry.
Nice.
I don't know. I thought I could say that.
It's good. It's good. He's laughing. It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
But I would just be like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to go home and just ruin a hotel room bathroom. But I'm going to be in front of people. I don't want are they going to be looking at me like, is he going to shit his pants? Is this guy nervous? Is this guy, like, we got so much variables that they can see. Audience to me is like your mom. They know something's wrong. You had a bad day.
Oh, they know.
They know. They're like, oh, something's wrong. You shit your pants, had a bad day. Yeah. What's going on? Or you just break up with your girl. Like, they know everything. They can sense it. So my mind's like, am I going to like shit my pants again on stage?
It's also shocks me that we're clowns and we love making fun of ourselves and anything for a laugh. Mm-hmm. But then like, and obviously I'm a fart guy. It's a segment in my podcast. But if I were to do
This is a segment.
yeah, this is a recurring question.
Oh, wow, good.
Every episode. If I'm on a date in front of a girl and I'm doing what you did, I'm embarrassed. I don't want, even though it's like almost my brand, I'm embarrassed. And I'm like, go over there, girl. You don't need to know what I'm doing in here. And it's just the, it's just the great equalizer, the great humbleizer. You just like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
I am human.
Human. Anyhow, so that was a shit story.
That's a good one.
That's not bad.
That's
It's more of a diarrhea story.
It's a short story, but that still counts. Those are more common than the actual shitting of the pants.
Mm-hmm. I've never shat my pants. I was close as I ever came to shit my pants. But hey, I still did the show. Had a good time.
It's amazing how much your butt cheeks can catch too. It like spreads up the whole crack before it wets the boxer.
You know what's
briefs,
wild is that the crowd saw me that night. It was a packed crowd in Brooklyn, and I had a good set, had a good time because I felt like a sense of relief and like, hey, I'm fine. But the audience is probably looking at me like, this guy's a slick, confident guy. He's got some crafted jokes. He's funny. Little they know, I fucking almost literally shat my jeans.
He's like, no. I literally went, ah.
I was like in complete panic.
There's nothing worse than getting hit with that on the streets like you are.
Oh, on the streets.
Like you're home, you're fine, whatever. At the restaurant, fine. Walking the streets of New York. Hey, the bodega, can I use your bathroom? No, you can't.
Here's the thing too. I'm out of my element. I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm in LA. Like there's a Starbucks around here, or whatever. The worst case scenario, I'll literally, pull over the side of the road or something. I'm like, it's just me and the streets of New York. I had no clue what to do.
Oh, that's scary. That's I
know.
Look away. Look away.
Anyway, hope that's a good story.
No, that was good.
All right.
That was good.
Good,
well,
good.
I don't want your throat to close up and die on me here.
Well, because of the
cat.
Oh, the cat. I meant because of your egg farts again.
Oh, no.
No.
No, that's just burn your
Well,
eyes.
I commend this guy because he took a break, walked out, farted outside, came back in, came in with them. But that's okay.
Just a little bit. I lit some sage.
But you're a pro. You're a pro. You're a good guy.
I let them rip, but when they're that bad, that's too rude.
Yeah.
Too rude.
Cool.
Anyways, everybody, Eddie Della Siepe, check him out. Check out all this shit. We'll put the links up.
For Instagram and podcast and everything.
Yeah. And what's your podcast called?
For fact's sake, we take a random topic and Google the facts so you don't have to. It comes out every Tuesday. You can find that on Apple Podcasts / iTunes and Spotify. And you can add me on social media at Eddie Della Siepe. If you can't spell that, type in Eddie Della. Add me on Instagram, Eddie Della. You'll find me.
You'll find them, and we provide the little links.
Hey.
You click right here. Taka, 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 taka. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Buddy, love you.
That was fun.
It's a long time coming, man.
I know. Thank you for doing it.
No problem.
I'll see you on the streets of the old zombie LA out there. It's coming back.
Yeah, I
it's
hope so.
back.
It's gonna come
kind of.
back.
It's
Yeah.
a little weird. Yes. I love you all. Thank you. Peace.